See, because my plan being, the property that I buy, it needs to have enough land that we can build movie sets. Um, they might not be intricate movie sets like Universal Studios and that, but when you're shooting a scene down our street, it's going to look like a street. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be enough. It'll be the shells of buildings and things like that, like how they did back in the day. Because then it gives all the set builders and the carpenters and all of that. It gives everyone something to do. And with enough land, we can absolutely get a couple of things on the go at the same time. The time jumping detective, for example, we could absolutely film an episode of that at the same time as like filming Unorthodox or one of my slasher movies, or if we turn Van to Black into a movie or something, we could absolutely do that with enough land. Because then we can put the sets up, and everybody that comes to visit just has to understand that at some point they may be in the back of a movie, or they may be asked to, be in the part of a movie, or they'll get to watch the movies be filmed if they stand behind the lines and keep quiet and, get to be a part of it all. Eat some chips and burgers and walk around the park and, see what's going on at any given time. And then we've got the Halloween movie, the Halloween house, the haunted house, which I really, really, really am hoping that it can be all up for when I do Unorthodox, because it would be perfect. It would be absolutely perfect for going there for a bit that I've written into the storyline. And then it makes the house famous as well. So, yeah, the foundation is pretty much a working movie studio lot. Like, it'll have a hotel, it'll have like shops, and kind of like Movie World and Universal Studios if they were making movies actually like on the set while people were shopping, pretty much. But yeah, so and then for everything else, we can just film around Moscow and around Russia and all that. And like if we have to, like for Holy War the movie, we're probably going to have to film in a couple of different countries, like Rome. We'll need to get permission to like maybe do some filming in Rome and Hungary and all that. But the great thing is, for all the kids involved, like that, can you just imagine those excursions where they get to go on a bus to like Hungary and Italy and all that to, have a couple of days shooting for a movie? How cool would that be? That's what I'm saying. I'd love to get people like Victor Orban and Georgia Maloney and that having cameos in Holy War. The movie would just be so cool. But yeah, so it's like it's a whole. Because if they were at school, they'd be going on like school trips and school excursions. So why not? It's they're getting paid. They get to have that experience of filming on location, and that, what a thing to take back to them, take back home with them. So yeah, so. And it's just that this one particular castle that I have in mind, some of the rooms in there would be spot on for Unorthodox. Like we could make it all dark and, like just change, oh my God, we could like make it a whole thing. Be perfect. And then we'd get to change up the haunted house all the time depending on how spooky we want, whether we wanted to make it look like derelict and run down, or whether we want to make it look sort of dark and spooky and scary and sort of ominous, sort of the Herman Munster house kind of thing. Yeah, or make it sort of look a bit Texas Chainsaw Massacre psycho. Oh, do all sorts with it. My nephew watered something in me that's just sprouted. And I have nothing better to do while I'm sitting here waiting for justice than be creative and build my entire empire behind the scenes, hoping I get the right people on board. And if Vladimir Putin says no, then I'm going to go up to his door and I'm going to cry right in front of him until he feels so bad. He's like, oh, go on then. You can come in and build all these things and I'll be a part of it and it'll be fun. All right then, come on. Let's do good things for the children. So, guilt him into submission. It's not emotional blackmail. It's just using my feminine wiles to do a good thing in God's name. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I'll speak to you later. Mwah.